Behold the astronaut, the high command, the pinnacle of modern man. Above the sea and sky he stands, unfeeling and unfazed, till all the chaos of the universe, the strength of the insane absurd, it throws him back down to the earth, disheveled and disgraced.
谁不愁练？
这样给你请客干这个事儿。
添加高速费，经过集合实际发生回转，即将抵达终点，请您确保停车电侧后方无行人，车辆在开门，并提醒乘客携带好随身物品。
Here comes the way, leading to its power and control. What you have said. Here comes the flood, rushing clean. 'Cause there's a presence in the great beyond, reaching out and reaching on.
크리스마스.
这个您拿完建议您盖上，就是你取完一张盖上，能保持它的温度。
金甲大黄鱼。
我这是就背也背不动啊。刚刚车辆里边，我出自我那。
加喝吗？
맛있거든요.
哦，然后再放菜码，还有。 行吧，你看看谁最早。
I will find you in the morning, sunlight draped across your face. You are smiling from the moment the breath within your lungs escapes. You say someday we will wake up and the memories will all but fade. But in this moment we're together, and nothing can erase this day. Oh, the coffee's on the counter, and the news is banging on the door. In the midst of these distractions, it's the silence that's worth fighting for. So we turn off all the noise and embrace the warmth the other saves. 'Cause in this moment we're together, and nothing can erase this day. I will find you in the evening, alone inside your beat-up shirt. I laugh because the sight of all the wrinkles show just what it's worth. And I say nothing lasts forever, but sure as hell I'll always stay. In this moment we're together, and nothing can erase this day. cause in this moment we're together and nothing can erase
无论是够的情况下，你可以再往前面走一点，但是不能走到头，走到头你得原路回来，那得1000多米了，太远了。
尊敬的各位游客，参观礼盒结束，请从第1个大殿左侧离开。谢谢您的配合。
过的。你家那个那懂的，懂啥呀？
超过103次拍干净并提前储存，准备好身份证权限，不仅排上线。
I got this feeling I can't describe. There's magic in the air, the world has come alive. And when I see you, you make my pulse rise. I never knew that I could be so hypnotized to something in your touch, baby. The way your body's moving me, and I don't know where this soul will go. Oh, nobody knows. Out of nowhere into my life, you walked in and you opened my eyes. Can't believe this could happen to me. Yeah, you came crashing in out of nowhere. Oh, this love is straight out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I've never fallen in love so deep. I run, I trip, I fall. I just can't find my feet. If I don't try now, the chance will slip away. I'll bury all my doubts, and I won't be afraid. There's something I could never see. Now my heart is open and I believe, and I don't know where this soul will go. Oh, nobody knows. Oh, out nowhere into my life. You want me to let you open my eyes. Can't believe this could happen to me. You came crashing in out of nowhere. All this love is straight out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Something in your touch, baby. The way that your body's moving me. And I don't know what this all will go.
观光版巴士，不仅此路段，游客注意了，这里是故宫博物馆，您不要。